Namaste everyone. Welcome back to the virtual class of Appa Public School. You all know me. This is Shiv Patil, your computer science teacher from Appa Public School. Back with the chapter called Log on to MS Access. In the previous lesson, we have learned the importance of data and its manipulations, and also we learned the importance of RDBMS in our day-to-day life. In this lesson, we will learn about GUI-based RDBMS called Microsoft Access, that is Log on to Access, which is an integral part of Microsoft Office package. In this lesson, we are going to discuss following concepts: overview of MS Access, features of MS Access, starting MS Access 2007, MS Access 2007 interface, creating database, adding fields to a database, rules for naming a field, data types, primary key, entering data in a table, inserting and deleting a record, saving and closing a database, and last one is exiting from MS Access. These we will learn one by one. The first concept of this session is overview of MS Access, that is Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access is the most popular and powerful RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System. RDBMS is a type of DBMS which stores all data in multiple tables. Access supports GUI application program, that is graphical user interface. GUI is a user interface which allows us to interact with electronic devices by using graphical icons and audio notations. The next one is Access organizes and manipulates large volume of data efficiently in tabular format. That means Access allows us to store data in the form of rows and columns. The next one is Access provides facility to create relationship between tables by using common fields. This is about overview of MS Access. The next concept is features of MS Access. The first feature is data redundancy is reduced. That means the MS Access doesn't allow us to store duplicate data in a table. The next one is it increases the efficiency, speed and flexibility in searching and accessing information from the table. Access facilitates sharing of data. With the help of MS Access, you can share data from one table to another table. Access provides security to sensitive data. The data which is stored in MS Access that can be secured by using MS Access. Access provides a facility to break large volume of information into small parts so that it can be easily maintained and accessed. This is a feature of RDBMS. This is about features of MS Access. The next concept is starting MS Access 2007. That means how do you open MS Access? Follow the steps to open MS Access 2007. First you click on start button, you will get another option called as all programs. If you click on all programs, you will get one more option called as Microsoft Office. If you click on Microsoft Office, you will get another option called as MS Access 2007. If you click on MS Access 2007, you will get a window like this. This will be called as Access Interface. This we will see practically. First you click on start button, you will get all programs. In all programs, you have to search Microsoft Office. Just click on Microsoft Office, you will get one more option called as Microsoft Access 2007. If you click on Microsoft Access 2007, you will get a window. This we called as access window or else access interface. Here I am dragging the mouse. This is called as a title bar. After title bar we have home, create, external data. These are called as tabs or else menu bar. In home we have these many options. In create we have these many options. These options are called as ribbon or else we can call them as toolbar. After toolbar we have this area. This area is called as working area, and this one is called as navigation pane. The navigation pane is used to display the database objects like tables, queries, forms and reports. Called as views. This is about Access 2007 interface. The next concept is creating database. In MS Access, we can create database in two ways. The first one is creating a database by using templates, and second one is creating a blank database. Let us see practically. For that, you have to open MS Access that you already discussed. Now I am going to create a database by using templates. For that, click on local templates. Here you will get so many templates. Which template you want, that you can choose. Here I am choosing student template. Put the name as APS student. Templates are inbuilt databases which contains fields which are relevant to the particular database. In this student database, we are having the fields like ID, first name, last name, email address, business phone, company, job title. These are the various fields which are relevant to the database called student database. Is it clear? This is about creating a database by using templates. The another way of creating a database is creating a blank database. That also we will see practically. For that, now I am going to create a database by using blank database. Here there is an option called as blank database. Just click on blank database. Provide the database name as APS database. Say create. This is a way of creating a database by using blank database. When you create a database by using blank database will create by default one table. That table is called as table 1. In that there is a field called as ID. This is we called as creating a database by using blank database. The next concept is adding fields to a database. In MS Access, we can add fields to a table in two ways. They are adding fields in datasheet view, and second one is adding fields in design view. That we will see practically. Open MS Access. Now we are going to add fields to a table in datasheet view. If you want to add a fields to a table in datasheet view, just there is an option called as add new field. Just double click on that. Name, class, section, marks, address, phone number. These are the various fields which are relevant to the table student. Is it clear? This is a way of adding fields to a table in datasheet view. The another way of adding fields to a table is adding fields in design view. That also we will see practically. Open MS Access. Now I am going to add fields to a table by using design view. For that, click on view. In that, select design view. Put the table name as employee. say OK. Now I am going to add fields which are relevant to the employee in design view. The first field is EID, that is employee ID. The next we have to define the data type. The data type indicates what type of data the field may store. Employee ID is a field which contains only number type of data, that is number is a data type which stores only numeric data. The next one is employee name, that is E name. For that data type is text. Text is a data type. In that text data type we can store text data as well as numeric data. That means combination of text and number data. The next field is designation of the employee, that is for that we can take the data type as text only. The next one is salary of the employee. For that we have to choose the data type as currency. Currency is a data type. In that data type we can store currency values like salary, price. The next data type is address. For that address we have to take the data type as memo, or else we can take the text also. Memo is a data type. In that data type we can store large volume of data. If you want to store descriptive data, we have to choose the data type as memo. The next one is contact number. For that we can take the data type as number, or else we can take the text also, no issue. The next text is a data type. In the text we can store numeric as well as text type of data. Next, memo is a data type. In that memo data type we can store large volume of data. Number is a data type. In that number data type only we can store numeric data. Data time, this is a data type. In that data type we can store the values like date of birth, date of admission, date of joining. Next, currency is a data type. In that data type we can store only currency values like salary, price. Auto number is a data type. In that we can store only numeric data. If you put the data type as auto number, there is no need to enter the number. By default it will take as 1, 2, 3, 4 as the number. The next data type is yes or no. This data type is used to place where the field can have only one possible value. It can either be true or false. For example, a human can either be a male or a female. In this condition we have to choose the data type as yes or no. The next data type is OLE object. OLE object is a data type which is used to store to embed an object, that is object linking and embedding. For this purpose we have to choose the data type as OLE, that is object linking embedding. The next data type is hyperlink. Hyperlink is a data type which is used to link to the web pages. If you want to link to the web pages we have to choose the data type as hyperlink. The next data type is attachment, which is used to attach files to your database like images, documents, charts and so on. The last data type is lookup wizard, which is used to choose values from another table. This is about data types, and this we called as adding fields to your table by using design view. The next concept is rules for naming a field. That means if you want to provide name for a field, we have to follow the following rules. As you already know that a table has multiple fields and each field is unique to a table. Each field has its own name and data type, that we already discussed. There are some rules for naming a field. The first one is field name can be ranged from 1 to 64 characters. That means the minimum length of field is 1, the maximum length of field is 64 characters. The next one is field name can include letters, numbers and special characters. The field can contain the letters, numbers and special characters. The next one is field name cannot start with a blank space. That means you cannot start a field name with the help of a blank space. This is about rules for naming a field in database. The next concept is primary key. The primary key is a key that uniquely identifies each record in a table. That means if you want to identify each row uniquely from a table, we are going to use a concept called as primary key. The primary key must contain unique values and cannot contain null values. That means primary key doesn't allow to store duplicate values and it will not accept any zero values. A table can have only one primary key. That means for each table there should be a one primary key. The next concept is setting a primary key and removing a primary key. That we will see practically. For that you have to open Access. The next one is setting primary key. For this table, EID is a primary key because ename is a field which may contain duplicate values, designation is a field which may contain duplicate values, salary is a field which may contain again duplicate values, address may be repeated, contact number may contain duplicate values, but EID doesn't have any duplicate values. For each employee there should be a unique ID. That's why we have to choose the primary key as EID. Now we have to set the EID as primary key. For that, click on the field, right click in the mouse, say primary key. This is a way of setting primary key. The next concept is removing primary key. For removing the primary key, click on the primary key field, right click in the mouse, say primary key. This is a way of removing a primary key. This is about primary key. The next concept is entering data in a table. After finalizing the structure of a table in the design view, if you want to enter data in it, then you need to open it in the data sheet view. For entering data in a table, follow the steps. Open the table in data sheet view, say as now employee ID as 101, e-name Shivu, designation supervisor, salary 5000, address Kalburgi, contact number 9740 something. And one more record I am going to add. Amay MD, salary 6000, place that is address Gulbarga, phone number. This is a way of entering data in a table. The next concept is called as inserting a record. If you want to insert a record, follow the steps. For that you have to open the table in design view. Right? After the designation field, I am going to add one more record. For that, click on the field, right click in the mouse, say insert rows. The name of the field is age. For that, data type you can take number. This is a way of inserting a record in a table. The next concept is deleting a record from a table. For that, which record if you want to delete? Now I am deleting a record age. Just right click in the mouse, say delete rows. This is the way of deleting a record in a table. The next concept is called as saving a database. For saving a database, go to office button, click on save database. This is the way of saving the database. The next one is called as closing a database. Say go to file, click on close database. This is the way of closing a database. And the last concept is exiting from MS Access. For that, click here, it will close. This is about log on to MS Access.